Hey, what's up, Sassy Gang? It's your girl, Sassy Name. Welcome back to my channel where we keep it sassy and always classy. So if you're a returning subscriber, what's up, gang? You know I love you. You know you are a piece of me. You trying to help me get to where I need to be, where I want to be. If you are new here, go ahead, help a sister out. Subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. The typical. Yeah, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Bless you. Thank you. You're welcome. Whew. Anyway, I'm sorry for how I look and if I don't seem so enthusiastic. I literally just got off of work. Well, just got back from work, and then when you get home from work, you gotta like go get dinner out and see what you're gonna cook from prep and all that type of stuff. So that's what I've been doing. And then I was like, you know what? This is off topic a little bit, but when you work in a 9-to-5 job and you trying to, start your business, want to work for yourself, or you have a business, or even things like YouTube, they still consider, trying to better yourself. If you trying to, make YouTube videos to get money, you don't want to put yourself aside and you've been working for somebody else, helping them support their dream for 8 hours of the day. Like, you don't want to, be working for them, because honestly, when you think about it, when you work for people, all you're doing is helping their dreams come true. So don't go to work for somebody all day and then just be like, oh, I'm so tired. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Maui, he doing weird stuff. Don't work for them all day and then put your goals and your dreams to the side. No, because what you're doing is, well, the reason we're working is because that income is going to help support your dreams, what you need to do, what you got going on. Don't sit up there and give all your energy to those people and don't leave no energy for yourself. That's what we're not going to do. And that's what I'll be having to tell myself. But anyway, on that note, so that's why I got my laptop, because I just would have, handle business as soon as I got back. So as you can see with this title, oh my hair. As you can see, what this video is going to be about is Dallas versus Houston. Should you move to Dallas or should you move to Houston? Or what city do you think is better? The pros and cons of each city. I had decided to do this video because I'm in the process right now of looking for a new spot. I'm not gonna renew my lease at my apartments that I'm in now. So I've been having to do apartment searching, and then like with the apartments, you have to, well, at least these ones, you have to let them know like 90 days in advance if you're gonna be moving. So I don't want to tell them I'm gonna move and then not find a place, because once you tell them that you're gonna move, they put your apartment, as listed, and they'll tell you, how like when you go and you look up apartments and they be like not available until like September something, and it's only like July. That's because the person has told them that they're gonna move out. So if I tell them that I'm gonna move out, I want to make sure that I have a spot that I'm moving to, because when I tell them that and then they rent out my apartment to somebody else and I ain't got nowhere else to go, I ain't about to be on the street. So I'm trying to, my 90 days is almost here, so I gotta try to find a spot. And even though I'm at work, I gotta come here and do more work, and like making this video. But okay, that's besides the point. But that's why I decided to make the video. And because a lot of people always ask me, I want to move, or they ask me, do I like Dallas? Do I like it over Houston? Things like that, because a lot of people are trying to move to Texas. So that's why I decided to make the video. So now let's get into the video. So first we're gonna get into, like, I guess you could say culture. Dallas is diverse to an extent. How do I explain this? Dallas is more segregated. It is diverse, but it's segregated. So there are sides of town, you know, where it's the suburbs and you don't see, you know, a whole bunch of different cultures. You see like one, like you may see like, okay, this area is where a lot of Hispanics live. This area is where a lot of blacks live. This area is, you know, where a lot of Caucasians, a lot of whites live. That's how Dallas is. And even the outskirts of Dallas, the outskirts, even like the surrounding cities like Plano, Carrollton, Richardson, Addison. Well, like Addison and Garland and things like that, that's a lot of more blacks there. But like I said, it's not diverse. It's like they're here, they're there, they're there. There are a lot of different people here, but they're kind of segregated. Now, you know, they do have events and restaurants and, you know, things like that where people come together, but like they're mostly, everybody is split it up. As far as in Houston, it is more diverse, as in there's a lot of black people there, but there's not just a lot of black people, there's a lot of everybody, and they're like so spread out to the point it's like you go to this side of town, even in the suburbs, even here, even there, see a black or white or this or that. Like they're just so spread out. So Houston is more diverse. Dallas is more segregated. As far as crowd wise, Houston definitely a party city. Definitely a city, a younger crowd. Like I'm in my 20s, so Houston is a party city. Let's just, like I said. 1 second, y'all. Maui, sit down. Houston is a party city. Like the clubs be open later. It's like after you go out, it's like an after party already available. So you're gonna be out all the time tonight. Dallas is like you have to know where to go. You have to know people. Like the clubs will close at like 2:30 in the morning. But somebody who's been here long enough, I said long enough. Like what the heck is that, girl? You make no words. But somebody who's been here long enough be like, hey, I know this spot, they stay open at 6 or things like that. But you have to know people basically in Dallas. You have to know people to get to the afterlife, like the nightlife. Dallas is a place where, you know, you can go to be like, you know, oh, I want to start a family, raise my kids, have a lot of fun, and you know, like that. You could get more settled here in Houston. Don't get me wrong, you can still get settled. I'm not saying that you can get settled anywhere. Doesn't matter. You can get settled in the hood if that's what you choose to do. So I'm not saying you can't settle down in Houston. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying it is just a party city as in itself. Houston is the largest city, I think, in the world, or if not in the world, in the United States. And Dallas is the third largest. Houston's population alone is over 2 million just in that city. So y'all just think about that. 2 million people in one city. One city. Let that sink in. All right. I think you let it sink in. So with that being said too, it's a lot of traffic there. A lot of traffic. Like worse than Chicago traffic, if y'all know what that is. Dallas has traffic too, but Dallas traffic is the kind of traffic where you're like, okay, so people get off of work at this time, so I need to make sure while everybody's at work, I get on the highway because ain't nobody gonna be on the highway. So if I do have to get off work, it's gonna be a little traffic because everybody's in a park. Like you could kind of premeditate, and when you need to go somewhere, when you need to get on the highway, what time you want to do this because of the traffic, you could kind of predict the traffic. In Houston, ain't no predicting nothing because traffic is 24/7, 365, 25/8, 30,000 days of the year. Like that's just how Houston traffic is. It ain't no stopping. It ain't no stopping it. And that was the main reason I did not go to Houston, because I have terrible road rage. Terrible. And I could make it there. And there's no way I'll be able to deal with that every single day. No way. Like I just know myself, there's no way I'll be able to. I don't care how much partying and this is done out there. No, there's just no way I can do that. With that being said, too, Houston, since there is a lot of popularity there, there's not as many job opportunities. And I'm just gonna say this too, like I said, Houston has like a lot more black people too, like a lot. As far as Dallas, like I said, it's diverse, but everybody's kind of separated, but people still come together. So in Dallas, it's a lot of more opportunities, it's a lot of more jobs, it's a lot of more networking. Now, as far as entrepreneurship, like if you were like a black entrepreneur or just any type of entrepreneur, Houston has a lot of entrepreneurs. A lot of them go down there. You want to know why they go down there? Because they work for themselves, they make their own money, and they could party and do everything they want to do. They're not really worried about like networking and stuff. That's gonna come natural, because if they maybe surround themselves by like, you know, other business owners and this and that, and you know, people put people on, things like that. But that just gonna come natural. Whereas a lot of people already have their business and go down there, so they're not worried about, oh, I need to get a job. They're worried about partying anyway, because that's why they want to go there. As far as, you know, Dallas, you can do a lot of networking. It's a lot of, you know, building bosses, corporate, different kinds of people. You know, really, you get to network. You can start a business, try to get it out here, and then, you know, take it to Houston and party all you want. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain it the best way I can. That's how Dallas is. So Houston, a lot of people, they have their business started, you know, whatever, so they go down there. Dallas, a lot of people it's a lot of job opportunities, because a lot of people are working citizens. It's of course it's entrepreneurs out here, but it's not like as many as in Houston. A lot of these people, you know, they're working for someone, corporate businesses, things like that. So, it's a lot of more jobs, like I said, in Dallas. Houston is the popularity is just so many people there. So, you know, they're taking up the jobs. Let's see what else. As far as the kind of people, like the personalities, like I said in a video before, when I first moved to Texas, I think it was a video like things to know before moving to Texas, something like that. The people here, they don't got as much southern hospitality as I wanted them to, because like I said, I'm from Louisiana. You go down there, it's a whole lot of southern. Maui, come here. Let me show the people you. Come here. Stinks. Y'all, one sec. This is who I'm looking at. His butt keep running everywhere, hopping on my bed, just doing whatever. Maui, look at the camera. Look at the camera. The camera. Yeah, he play all day. Go sit down somewhere. But that's why I keep looking at y'all. But like I was saying, they ain't got enough southern hospitality up here in Texas at all for me. But it just gotta do what it do. When you go to Louisiana, they just sweet. It's the real southern. The guys opening the door. They, yes ma'am. Y'all hear him? That's Maui. Excuse me, miss, and you know, things like that. Not really in Texas. It's the people, they kind of got it, but people really don't got it. But with that being said, Dallas has a lot of more chill people. The hospitality is kind of there. It's more there than Houston, I'm gonna tell you that. The people more relaxed and more chill. As far as Houston, they don't go all the time. Honestly, I think it has something to do with traffic, because traffic just really irritates you. So if you're in traffic every day, won't that get on y'all nerves too? So I don't know. The people are just you just have to be careful in Houston. Like in Dallas, let me just say it like this. Stop snitching me. Let me give you an example. If you in Dallas, you on the road, you cut somebody out, right? They F you, you stick up your middle finger, you keep driving. Houston, they F you, you say F you, they not F you, take out a gun, pop your window out. Or they'll follow you. They'll throw something at your window. You get what I'm saying? A little more hostile over there. A little more hostile. Now, everywhere you go, you're going to have, and I'm not saying they don't have that at all in Dallas because nowhere is perfect. Everywhere you go, it's going to be something. It's going to be something. But I'm just saying it's a little more of that in Houston than it is in Dallas. That's all I'm trying to say. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. A little more careful out in Houston than you got to be in Dallas. That's all I'm trying to say. Social life, dating. Like I said, Houston is more of the younger crowd, the party crowd. Younger crowd, party crowd. Dallas is more of the medium age crowd, you know, trying to start a family crowd. You know, they got the older people that like to retire over here. But then of course, they do have a younger crowd. You just got to know where to go. Let me just say that. You just got to really know where to go. And Houston is everywhere. The younger crowd is everywhere. Everywhere you go, you're going to find somebody, you're going to know something to do. You go, I was in a mall, they handing out flyers. Boom, boom, boom. This party here, this party here, this party here. Places to go. So, that's how that is. But in Dallas, it's the same way, but they do a lot of their communications on like social media, basically like Instagram, or they do hand out flyers too. But it's just like you gotta know, people gotta tell you, basically. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas in Houston, you could look and see it. In Dallas, you gotta be told, you gotta see a flyer, you know, for the younger crowd, because they got the spots. You just gotta know about them. And if you knew out here like I was, when I first got out here, I didn't even I went to young spots because I was told, like, hey, go to that club. That's more of your age group club. And then, you know, when I met people in the club, I'm like, what else y'all be doing out here? Because I'm very friendly. So then they told me. So that's how I knew, you know, where to go. I hop around. They may be separated in Dallas, not me. I go to North Dallas, South Dallas, East Dallas, West Dallas. I'm all over the Dallas. I'm not from here. Whereas, you know, if they are from here, they kind of stay on their side of town. You know what I'm trying to say? So, no, not me. I be all over. What else? Let's see, y'all. Like I said, those are the different crowds. Now, dating-wise, I ain't dating nobody from Houston, so I cannot talk about the dating-wise. What I can say, though, is in Houston, the men out there, they spend their money on sight. That's just my experience. Go out with your girls, the dudes really ready to spend their money. I guess because, like I said, it's a lot of more entrepreneurship out there. A lot of people have their own money, so they're not scared to spend it. I'm assuming that's where I'm getting at. They throw money on you, they buy drinks for you and your girls, they'll just do all that, and then that'll be it. You know? That's how the men out there is. In Dallas, they're a little more stingy with their money. I ain't even gonna lie. I didn't talk to people out here. They're a little more stingy with their money. Now, like I said, they will, hey, I met you in this club tonight. Let's go grab a bite to eat after. You know, things like that. They will do that. But you see the difference. They asking you to grab a bite to eat because they want your time. They trying to like, because after that, they gonna see how the night go. And if it don't go how they want it to go, they ain't gonna hit you up after that. And then you ain't getting more than money. As far as Houston, they just, oh, you want a drink, you want this, you want that. You know, they just spending money. But as far as like dating, like, I can't really get into that for y'all because I haven't, like I said, I ain't dated nobody in Houston. So I ain't gonna be talking about Houston dudes, and I don't know about it. I ain't gonna sit up here a lot of y'all. Like I said, okay, also like this is another thing. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Another reason, y'all, hold on, let me see what's really going on. Okay, let's see. No, I ain't gonna do that to y'all. Just playing. Another reason I did not move to Houston was because the city itself was not that clean to me. in Dallas is very nice. Dallas, like, they're modern. They it's very clean, it's updated. They have flowers everywhere, grass is green. Like I said, you know, they do have down spots. Some, you know, everywhere here is down spots, but majority of the Dallas is like updated, suburb, modern. They're steady doing construction, buildings. Like, everything is like more modern over here. They, you know, there's some little spots that ain't been touched yet, but that's like in the hood. You gotta find that. But overall, you know, it's more modern, it's more nice, it's more up to date. Luxury living, fancy apartments, just very nice. Like I said, flowers, trees, grass. In Houston, no. I went to the north, south, east, west, 180, 60, 90, 30, whatever degrees of Houston, and I didn't find no nice spot that, like, I could say I see myself living in. Like, I may sound a little bougie, but when it comes to my living, I am bougie. Now, as far as me going to the hood, partying in the hood, things like that, or the ghetto, the night too nice, the da-da-da, whatever y'all want to call it, oh, y'all gonna catch me there. The good food be there. The parties be jumping there. Y'all gonna see me there. But as far as living there, no way. You're not gonna see me living there, because I like to live lavish. I like to live nice. I don't want my things being touched. I want to live, you know, nicer. That's just how I want to live, where I gotta live my head. I hate dirty bathrooms, and I hate dirty kitchens, and I just hate stuff that just look old and cracked, and I can't do it. It's just a personal thing. Like, he got a lot going on. I just can't do it. And Houston, that's all you see everywhere. I was out there every weekend for a month. Every weekend. Just trying to find something that I liked. Even the hotels. I'm not even about to really just get into these stories, but the hotels, no. They were expensive and still not even nice. Still not even nice. On the internet, they was lying. They was post a picture on there, and that's not how it looked. I didn't even sleep. Ugh. I was on my Snapchat, y'all, complaining every day. It was just not nice out there. You don't see no flowers, the green grass. Now, you see that in some people's neighborhood on their own grass, but you barely even see that. The houses weren't even, like, nice. The apartments, no, like, and they be saying it's nice, and you go in and tour it, and you looking like, no. Even in the mall, y'all, I have never had this happen to me nowhere. In the Galleria in Houston, I'm in the food court. A homeless person came up to me and asked me for some money. In the mall, in the food court. What? That is just ghetto. I have never been to a mall and, like, a homeless person has done that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they can't do that, because you can ask me. I be giving money to the homeless all the time. But it was just like, she just had her suitcase. Like, they don't care. It be like, they be in there. They be in that mall. And then, like, what else happened to me? In Whataburger. And at another restaurant. I was at a restaurant, and then somebody was at a different restaurant. People came up asking for money. Like, this one woman asked me, like, hey, do you have any cash? Me and my sister, we traveling, and we just need a little funds, and blah, blah, blah. And I literally did not have no cash on me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have no cash. And she was like, well, do you got Cash App? Like, if I tell you I don't have no cash, why are you asking me, do I have Cash App? Like, I don't know. It was just, I did not like them type of vibes at all. But I literally, my Cash App, I don't know what's wrong with Cash App. I don't know if y'all be having problems with Cash App. But Cash App keep deactivating my account, talking about I'm not following the rules. And I don't even be using it. So how am I breaking your rules? Like, I said F it. So I don't even have a Cash App no more. But I had told her, you know, like, no, I don't even have a Cash App. Like, you know, like, I'm sorry. So she was like, all right, thank you. But it was just like, the vibes out there, you know. You better stop that growling. Who you talking to? Come up here and sit down. I'll let you out in a second. Got me acting all ghetto on this YouTube video. Y'all heard him. I don't know who he think he talking to. Because it ain't me. And y'all, he's staring dead at me in my eyes. It's funny. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted, it's a little too ghetto, a little too not enough niceness. Now, what I can say is, a lot of people, they don't live, like, if they want, like, the bougie sedity, like, the suburb, the, you know, all that type of stuff, they go to, like, the outskirts of Houston, which is, like, Katy, Texas, Cypress, Texas, I think it's called, like, Candyland or something like that, Sugarland, Texas. I think it's called Sugarland, not Candyland. I'm thinking of the game. But it's, like, the literal outskirts of Houston, and now that place is nice. Those places, those little cities, and it's another one that's real people really go to that live out there on the outskirts. It's a couple of them. Them cities is real nice. Oh, y'all, excuse me. Them cities is real nice. So normally people, when they want that kind of bougie or whatever, they just live on the excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with me. They live on the outskirts or whatever. So if you do, like, you know, Houston, like, you know, like the culture, you know, the Black entrepreneurship, the diversity, like I said, and what I can say is, like, the restaurants in Houston and the museums and, like, the parks and the things like that, they're a little more better to me in Houston. The restaurants, definitely a whole bunch of different diverse type of restaurants. Y'all know they always say the food better in the hood. That's just really true about, like, you know, even in Houston. And I'm not gonna say everywhere in Houston is the hood, but it's just a lot of more different type of restaurants and things like that. The food is definitely better out there, in my opinion. Definitely. I don't even like Texas food, for real. It's hard to find good spots out here, but Houston definitely got, you know, the better food. So if you do like all that type of stuff and you still want to live in, like, a quote unquote, you know, bougie sedity area, just go on the outskirts and you'll be able to live and have the best of both worlds. That's what I say. So yeah, I think I touched on everything. As far as the cost of living wise, the cost of living is, like, about the same. Houston is a little cheaper. Like, for example, let's just say you find a 1-bedroom in Dallas for $1,100. You may find one in Houston for $1,000 or $900 and something dollars. But the one that you found for Dallas for $1,000, it looks more nicer than the one that you found in Houston. It's more updated. The one in Dallas is more updated than the one in Houston. And then even the more updated ones that cost like $1,100 in Houston, they still don't really be looking like the ones in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the cost of living is a little more cheaper in Houston, but it's because it needs to be a little more cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really, you know, what I have to say on the two cities. Like I said, Dallas is more diversity. No, scratch that. It is diverse, but it's more like separated. They got, like, you know, nicer homes, very clean, very updated, a lot of opportunities out there. It's more for if you're trying to start a family, things like that. If you are looking for, you know, party younger crowd, party, diverse, like black clubs and things like that. You kind of got to look on social media. You kind of got to know somebody, you know, look at the flyers, you know, get a word of mouth, this and that. The people more chiller in Dallas. Y'all hear him? A lot of networking and stuff. Now, like I said, in Houston, it's very diverse. The restaurants and stuff is a little better. It's a party city. It's just a lot of traffic over there. It's the first, you know, populated city. It's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, so you could definitely network out there. The dudes out there, you know, they got money, willing to spend money. Younger crowd. So those are, you know, like the pros and cons each. So depending on what you prefer, like I said, even in Houston, even though it's not as quote unquote updated, nice, modern things as in Dallas, you can just live on the outskirts. Cypress, Katy, Sugarland, and all these other ones. You can live on the outskirts and then, you know, get the best of both worlds. Like I said, in Houston, the party life is a lot of things to add later. What I didn't like in Houston, though, I can't say this, like you had to pay to park in the mall and pay to park in like no, we didn't have to pay to park in the mall. We had to pay to park at the movie theater. Like, just a lot of weird, just little knick-knack things that I did not like. So, yeah. And then, I ain't even gonna say this on, I ain't even gonna say this on her. But, yeah. Let's just say more cultural in Houston. So, I mean, that's just all yeah, I'm about to be done with this video. I'm about to go check on my food, see if it's all thought out and stuff. That's just really what I gotta say about, you know, both of the cities. Where would I pick if I had to live? Like I told you, I already live in Dallas, so I'm not gonna move to Houston, is basically what I'm saying. But I would have moved to Houston if I didn't go check it out. That was my next move. When this lease was up, I was gonna go to Houston, and then something told me go check it out first, like, because the thing why I was gonna move over there was because I have family in Houston, and they always had big houses, like 5 bedrooms with a pool and things like that, paying less than what we paid in the Midwest up north. You know, in Chicago area and things like that. They're leasing and renting and all that was cheaper. So I was like, always like, oh, I want to go to Houston because they got the big houses and that. Come to find out, my family, we would be saying Houston, but they live in like Katy, Texas, which is on the outskirts. So now it's all making sense to me. But I didn't know that. I just found that out like a couple weeks ago, that that's where they live. Because I'm like, where is the houses at that day? But that's where. So yeah, that's just, you know, what I gotta say about this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting and everything. If y'all do know like any spots, you know, like any more places to go in Dallas that's fun and for a younger crowd and culture and all that, just please let me know, because I'm trying to get down and about. Maui, what do you have to say? Come here. Come here. Come here. Because obviously he want to say something to y'all. Hold on, y'all. Come here, Maui. Come here. What you got to say? Now you camera shy? He hot. He probably thirsty. All right, y'all. Peace to the Middle East. We'll see y'all later. Tell them bye. Wave at the camera. Say bye. Say bye. You irritated.